Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today. Normal is broke and common sense is weird. So we're here to help you transform your life. From the Ramsey Network and the Fairwinds Credit Union Studio, this is The Ramsey Show. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. George Kamel, #1 best-selling author, Ramsey personality, and co-host of Smart Money Happy Hour, is my co-host today. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Nicole is in San Francisco. Hi, Nicole. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. What's up?
Hey, so I just have a question, a rental question. My fiance and I have been together for almost 3 years, and we're getting married at the end of December. We're very excited. And after the wedding, we're planning on moving in together, obviously. The home that he's living in is a home that he actually lived in with his ex. So his ex's name, I just found out recently, is still on the lease. Again, it is a rental. He's tried multiple times to get her to take her name off. He even had a court order via some of their custody hearings that the judge said she had to take her name off. She still refuses to do so. His property management company isn't being responsive. I'm a realtor, and I spoke with our property management division, and they said that basically we have three options. One, the property management company can just, out of the goodness of their heart, take her name off and redo the lease with just his and my name. Two, get her to sign the paperwork, which he's been trying to do unsuccessfully. Or three, terminate the lease, likely forfeit the deposit because her name would be on the check, and then move out and move back in. The dilemma that I have right now is that it feels really, really gross to me to start a marriage and move into a home with this ex's name on it. Mind you, they also have a child together. There's a lot of really gross custody situation going on. So it's not just an ex that we never hear from or speak to. It's, an ongoing problem in our life. And I don't know if it's worth, am I being dramatic in the potential issues financially and losing deposit?
When is the lease up?
Well, it was up, and he's continued to live in the home. So they broke up.
No, I mean, when does the current lease expire?
It's a month to month now.
Oh, okay. So you can give 30 days notice and move out.
We could.
Okay.
And then we
all.
Would have to find a new place to live.
Yeah, then you just find a new place. That's easy. Okay. Now, however, let's back up a second. She does not have a say in this. Okay. Her name being on the lease is making her obligated for the payment on the lease. It doesn't give her any rights to possession. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's just like right. if someone co-signs a lease for you to move in, like your dad signed for you to move in or something. It doesn't give him rights to live there. It just says that he's also liable. And so the property management company can simply redraft the lease and take her name off of it. They don't have to have her permission to do that. They can just take her off.
Okay.
And put you on. And so, what I would do is just call the property management company. And I don't know why your fiance's not handled this. This is really bizarre to me. This is on him. Mm-hmm. Okay. And you're right. Mm-hmm. This is gross, and it should have been dealt with a long time 3 weeks before you get married. Jeez. Mm-hmm. Call me up a week before. Yeah. We're going down the aisle next week, and I'm not going to, well, yeah. So, but anyway, if it's me, I'm calling the property management company. I'm your fiance, and I'm saying, look, I want my wife to be on our lease, not my ex. And so we are going to give you two options. One is you redraft the lease with me and the new wife on it without the ex on it, or we're going to give you 30 days notice to move. Which one do you want us to do?
Okay.
And I'll get you responsive. I'll just move.
Sure.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
But you don't need her permission or a court order regarding her. The landlord simply just needs to agree to release her from liability.
Okay.
She gets no rights. There's no rights here at all.
And she hasn't lived there in a long time. And so I don't know why it would even be an issue.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. That's just
Well, apparently this chick has got issues, and she's throwing anything she can around to try
Cause
to do
drama.
power plays, any kind of a flex that's possible, and you're just worried about that, right?
Right. And right.
Yeah.
Right. And again, it just feels gross moving in with.
You don't want to show up in a house that I live in. It's not going to be good for your health. Don't do that.
What's the upside of continuing for him to live there and you to move in there? Why not just get a different place?
Yeah. Well, as you know, San Francisco is a very expensive market. He has rent of very, very, very little. The property manager, the landlord, was very gracious. They have not raised the rent in like the 4 or 5 years he's lived here. It's thousands of dollars less than anywhere else that we found.
I don't want to live there.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder, even with her name off the lease.
And I don't care if it's thousands of dollars less or not. I don't want to live there unless her name is off this lease and yours is on it.
Right. Yeah. I feel the same way.
I want to move. So either fix it or I'm moving. And that's my direction to your fiance. Grow a backbone. Okay. You should have already done this 8 months ago for your girlfriend, your soon-to-be wife, and you've sat on your thumbs. Now fix this, buddy. That's my direction to him. Okay?
Okay.
You shouldn't have to be calling me about this. He should have already taken care of this. It's bull crap. Okay? But he's also gets pushed around by her pretty regularly. And that's what's really bothering you at the core of this.
And I'm not sure that's going to stop, even with this lease situation fixed.
Nope. Not until we run down to a Walmart on aisle 3 and pick up a backbone. That's going to happen. So, all right. Open phones at 888-825-5225. So a lease is an obligation. It is not a blessing. Being released from the obligation would be a blessing.
Is that the opposite of a lease? Is it a release?
There we go. Released from the lease, yes. But think about it. It's like a loan, okay? If you go through a divorce and you have a mortgage loan, your spouse is liable on the mortgage loan. The mortgage company won't let her go, won't let him go, right? Unless you refinance and take them off. They won't just release you from that because
and prove that you're responsible enough to handle.
But you don't have any rights because you're on the mortgage. You have lost rights because you're on the mortgage. Same thing with a lease.
Yeah.
So there's no benefit to.
It's just risk and liability on her part. Other than I guess control to stay intermingled in his life.
Yeah, just to be constantly flexing. Yeah.
Only reason I can think of why you'd want to stay on that thing.
All the more reason to put up.
Because he could stop paying and it's on her.
Yeah, exactly.
There's one move.
Yeah. Well, it's just, I'm moving.
Yeah,
that's
not worth the drama, that's for sure.
Nothing is worth the drama.
Oh, goodness.
Don't sell your soul for a couple $1,000 savings on something. Don't sign up for lack of freedom and drama and call that a good deal. That's not a good deal.
The holidays are supposed to be joyful, but they can also be expensive. Between gifts, travel, and about 1,000 limited-time offers, your budget can start feeling anything but merry. And that's why I love this. Boost Mobile helps you treat yourself and your wallet. Right now, you'll pay just $10 a month for your first 2 months. Then, only $25 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Forever. No price hikes, no contracts, no nonsense. Just reliable service that keeps your phone bill low and your holiday spirits high. So stop stressing over your budget and start saving instead. Go to boostmobile.com/Ramsey and unwrap the savings today. That's boostmobile.com/Ramsey. Restrictions apply. See boostmobile.com/Ramsey for details.
Rachel's in Columbia, South Carolina. Hi, Rachel. How are you? Rachel?
Earth to
Yes.
Rachel.
Rachel, 3, 2.
Yes.
Bye,
Oh,
Rachel.
we had her right there.
Oh, well,
There she was.
Okay, I'll
She's
try.
probably
I'll
still
try
there.
her again. She came up. We'll try it again. Rachel, are you there now?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. How can we help?
I'm actually calling because how do I even start the baby steps when I am absolutely drowning and even trying to get caught up on my bills?
Well, getting caught up would be the first step before you start the baby steps. You're right. You're onto something there. So, why are you drowning?
I actually had some health issues over the past year.
Mm-hmm.
That I've missed so much work. I've had to find another job because I believe my last job was killing me, and that required a pay cut. And I'm working from home now, and it's just getting caught back up.
Okay. Well, you got the exact wrong solution for being behind on your bills, taking a pay cut. We want to go the other way.
Yeah.
So, what in the world? What's wrong with your health?
Well, my job was very unsteady where I was at, and they working from home to being pulled back into the office, and I just started having a bunch of anxiety attacks, and
Working in the office caused anxiety?
it was the people I was around, and
Oh.
then they started doing layoffs, and it was just a very stressful situation.
Okay. What were you doing?
I do medical billing. My job is not hard.
Okay. So that's what you were doing at the other place.
Correct, and that's
And what were
actually
you
what I'm
being? What
still
were you
doing.
being paid?
I was being paid around 45. It wasn't a huge pay cut. I'm at about 40,000 now.
Okay. And how much debt do you have?
I have about 120,000 without mortgage.
Okay. And what's that on?
6,000 is about my medical debt. 14,687 for a boat. I have student loans and that's about 10,000. We have a truck that's 37,000. Well, it's about 38,000, and then I have a Jeep that's about 41,000.
Mm-hmm.
I have two credit cards.
You just said we. What's your husband make?
He makes about 70,000.
Okay, so you have a $110,000 income currently. All right, and you
Yes,
got a
sir.
Jeep, a truck, a boat,
Yes, sir.
and then what else was it? A student loan and a medical debt, and what else?
And two credit cards, and that's about 2,000.
Okay,
And we do have IRS debt. Well, my husband does, so I say we. And I
Mhm.
think that's probably about 8,000.
mm-hmm. Okay, all right, yeah, okay. But so your $5,000 pay cut didn't really cause you any trouble. It's all your overspending that's caused you trouble.
And I can agree to that.
Yeah. So, you're not going to like me. Sell the truck, sell the Jeep, sell the boat.
Okay.
Oh, I'm starting to get my life back now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you clear the majority of your debt if you did that. What stopped you guys thus far from getting rid of these things that are crushing you?
I will say the boat, that is all we do.
I don't care.
We
I
don't
think you should be
You're
working instead of
broke.
boating.
You're calling me talking
Yeah.
about you're so stressed out you can't breathe and you're $120,000 in debt. You can't afford a boat. You're broke. Go to the park
I
and throw a
agree.
Frisbee.
Yeah.
You're not going to do any of this, are you? You're not really ready. You're not really in enough pain to fix this. You want an easy button. I don't have one, honey. The only button I got's the one that'll work. I love you enough to tell you the truth. And the truth is you got to sell this crap. You've been spending like you're in Congress. And you're rationalizing and justifying and rationalizing and justifying. And only when you look up and go, I caused this and I can fix this, are you going to be able to fix it. I can tell from the tone of your voice you're not going to do any of it. So when you're ready to be helped, we can help you. And we love you and we'll try to help you. But we're not going to tell you what you want to hear. We're going to tell you what really helps. And so We're really not known for telling people, making people feel good. That's not the point. We want you to feel good at 10 years from now, not today. Today, I want you to have pain so that you can get free of this trashy life you have. Your life sucks. You make $110,000 in Columbia, South Carolina, and you gave up a job because of anxiety at the office, and really the anxiety was at home, sitting in the driveway with a boat and a Jeep and a truck. That's where it was. So, yeah, you just got a bunch of crap you can't afford. You're living like, you're spending like you got money and you don't have any money. I'm sorry, honey, but we can help you when you're ready to do that. But you're going to have to amputate some crap, and that'll give you your life back. Until you're ready to do that, though, I don't have an easy button for you. I can't help you. Kevin is in New York. Hey, Kevin, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Better than I deserve. How can I help?
I was just looking for some help. I'm married, 33, and I'm having some trouble with the fear of kicking Murphy out, as you guys would say. So I'm looking for a big old kick in the butt to help me get rid of some irrational fears on that.
I'm so confused. What are we talking about?
In your book, Kicking Murphy Out is one of the chapters for basically lowering your savings to like emergency fund to 1,000, and then putting that all towards debt. So, like, I think it's Murphy's Law is what
temporarily do that so that you can get the debt cleaned as fast as possible. We're not living there forever.
Yeah.
You understand
what
that?
I'm having trouble with is I'm afraid that something's going to happen in the meantime to a car or medically or something.
Yeah. It might. How much debt have you got?
Right now, between me and my wife, we have about $25,000 debt between.
Okay. And what's your household income?
Household income together is $8,600 a month.
Okay, so how fast do you clear up $25,000?
I'm looking at August, other than the car, August, and then after that, I would say within a year, about 12 months.
Yeah, $2,000 a month, and you'll be done. So for 12 months, you got to make it on $1,000, and if something during that 12-month period of time happens beyond $1,000, you'll have to stop your get-out-of-debt plan and pile up some cash to fix whatever it is that's beyond $1,000. The probability of that's very close to zero, though.
I think the fear comes from childhood or something. That's my fear, is that something's going to happen.
Yeah, that is a rational fear. I don't even know where it comes from either, but walking around with $1,000 only to your name for the rest of your life would be stupid. Because common sense tells you something's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
So your fear is, I think your fear is justified, but it's not justified enough to stay in debt. How much money have you got in savings?
Right now, it's about $15,000.
Okay, so wait a minute. We have 25 in debt. We're not in debt for a year. If you put 14 towards the 25, that's only 11 left. You should be done in like 3 months.
The 15 was without putting it towards it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So could you take half your take-home pay and throw it at the debt? If you cut down your expenses and worked harder?
Right now we put $1,800 a month towards the emergency fund.
Okay. What I would do is I would throw everything at the debt, and that leaves you $11,000 worth of debt. You make $8,000 a month, and I would be done with the debt in 3 months.
You don't need to keep stacking this emergency fund. You need to start killing this debt, man.
It's just, dude,
it's becoming paranoid.
You're acting like this is a 30-year problem. It's a 90-day problem. I mean, when the leaves turn green, you're going to be done. I love entrepreneurs. Don't forget, guys, I started my company on a card table myself, so I know what it's like to have people counting on you. your team, your family, not to mention your customers. And when you're the one signing the paychecks, you can't afford to fly blind. But I'll be honest, early on, one thing that nearly sunk us was wasting time with spreadsheets that didn't add up because business units didn't talk to each other. I finally told my team, just fix it. And they did. We got NetSuite. That was years ago, and we've never looked back. See, NetSuite isn't just for tech giants. It's built for growing businesses like yours. Over 43,000 businesses already run on NetSuite, including a lot that started just like you. And now, with built-in AI, NetSuite is helping them even more. It's one system connected to every part of your business for real-time insights, not guesswork. NetSuite AI flags inventory issues, cash flow risks, even supplier delays before they become problems. So you can trust the data, stop wasting time, and make the right decisions faster. Take a free product tour today at netsuite.com/Ramsey. That's netsuite.com/Ramsey. One of our favorite things is hearing people share their stories of how they're winning. We just heard this from Claire and Winston. Fan quote, this is me and my husband's third month budgeting with EveryDollar, and we're amazed at how much money we found. We went from feeling like we were living paycheck to finding an extra $3,500 in margin each month to put towards our debt. We each had 4 credit cards and have been able to pay them all off, never going back. Way to go,
Love
guys.
it.
That's amazing. Hey, guys, you can do this too. You can take control of your money. You can change your family tree, and you can live like no one else. Go download the EveryDollar budget app for free. It will guide you hand-holding through the Ramsey steps, the Ramsey plan, the Ramsey process, the stuff you hear on the air. This app will walk you right through it and cause you to do it. You'll get out of debt, become wealthy and outrageously generous, and we'll show you how. Come on, baby. Let's do this. It's time. Courtney's with us in Los Angeles. Hi, Courtney. How are you?
Hi. Thank you for taking my call. I'm so excited.
Well, we're honored to have you. How can we help?
Well, I want to start by saying that my husband and I are completely debt-free, minus our current home and our rental property.
Mm-hmm.
My question today is regarding our rental property. Okay, Dave. So my parents are the tenants, and it's not going well, and it has not been going well for the past 11 years. I wanted to help them out because they could no longer afford their home, so I wanted to be a good daughter and help out my parents. The issue is that they're not communicating with us. The rent is late each month. For example, Dave, I received November's rent last Friday, which was December 5th. No communication. I have diligently made sure each month I communicate with them for the past year about the rent, but nothing's changed. I've asked them to move in with us. The answer is no. I've asked them to think about moving into something cheaper. The answer is no. I've asked them, do I need to set aside money to get a bigger home with the mother-in-law unit? The answer again is no. Dave, I sent them through Financial Peace University. Nothing has changed. I only owe $60,000 on my rental property in California. That's really, really good. This is supposed to be part of my retirement, money towards my kids' college fund. We sacrificed so much, Dave. This process and your principles have helped us so much, things that I had no idea we would be able to accomplish, but we have. I need help, Dave. I don't know what to do. Share your wisdom.
Well, you're not shocked that your parents have not paid this on time. And I'm not shocked that they've not paid it on time. They've never paid anything in their lives on time. And you knew when you stuck them in there that they weren't instantaneously going to become financial geniuses. You had to know that this was going to happen. So you signed up for this trip, right?
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's so hard when it's family, and especially your mom and dad, and you're trying to do something nice for them. So you kind of got one or two options. Okay. One is give up. None of the options are going to be try to talk them into becoming financially responsible. that obviously doesn't work. So that's not one of the options we're going to try. That ship has sailed. We tried it. Okay. So either you give up and you pay the house off. It's only $60,000. Let's get over and get it paid off and just let them live there. And then when they pay and if they pay, be surprised.
Okay.
And just surrender. That's giving up. Okay. If you want to do that, that's not a bad thing, but you're just saying whatever that house is worth, I'm just pissing that money away and in the name of taking care of my parents. And I'm just going to live with that. And I'm not going to fret about it. Because happiness comes, I always laugh when I'm playing golf. My golf motto is, the secret to happiness is low expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you quit expecting them to be something that they're not going to be, then you can just chill, right? So you're just going to let them live there. And if they pay, we're going to act surprised. Okay. And that's not a bad plan. You could get the $60,000 paid off in a few years or a few months or whatever and not worry about it, couldn't you? The other option, if you want to be a little more, shall we say, aggressive, okay, then I can help you with that one too. You can call them and say, Mom and Dad, I talked to my financial advisor. I'm your financial advisor. And he said to sell this house, and so we're going to put the house on the market and sell it, so y'all are going to have to find a place to live.
Okay.
And they just go figure out their life because they're like grown-ups and crap, and they ought to have been figuring out their life a long time ago without being babysat by their own daughter. So, hello. How old are these people?
My dad is, 65? My mom is 64.
Yeah, so get a job and go pay your rent. Shut up. I mean, come on.
So let's play the scenario out. They go rent somewhere, and they have a landlord now. Do you think they're going to pay on time?
Well, that's up to them. That's their problem.
All of a sudden?
That's their problem, yeah.
I think they'd quickly figure it out, wouldn't they? They go, we should probably pay on time.
We're not giving an option of you have to pay on time or we're selling it. You just say, I talked to my financial advisor. He says we got to sell the house. So y'all got to move. We're going to put the house on the market February 1st. So y'all got to be gone by then. So y'all look for a place because we got to get the house sold. Well, what about, it worked for a while. You were here for 11 years and now we can't do it anymore. And the financial advisor says I got to sell it. So I got to sell it because I'm telling you, you got to sell it. So you can blame me. Just say my financial advisor. I'm the bad guy. Okay. And but that puts them back out and to deal with the reality of their misbehavior. And that's actually not a bad thing either. But then you can't be running and rescuing them every time they stub their toe. You got to just let them go. I just love you.
I have to learn how to do that.
Some people need to be loved from further distance than others. You need a little more distance between you and them.
If you stop the enabling, then it'll also stop the resentment that's been bubbling up in your life.
Just say, gosh, you're over there, and I sure hope it works out for you. I love you. Be cheering for you. And, I'm not going to worry about it after that. It's their problem. You've done all you can do, and then 11 years too much, right?
Correct.
So, it isn't like you didn't try. You're a sweetheart. You tried everything. So if you want to cut them loose, you could do that, and you would not be doing something immoral or unethical or unbiblical or anything like that. You gave 11 years worth of enabling a shot here, and it didn't work. So So either just give up and pay it off and let them live there and don't worry about it, and just be shocked when they do pay. Don't bring it up again. Don't communicate about it. Don't even mention it ever again. Just if the check comes, the rent check shows up, just be, wow, I'm so shocked. Just to have that attitude about it, and then you'll be fine. Or put the house on the market February 1st and tell them to go find a place to live. And blame it on your financial advisor. And I'll take that role.
He can take
Actually, it's George. George is your financial.
You can blame me. I can handle that heat.
His name is George. Your financial advisor's name.
Last name. I love it. It reminds me of the old quote: "If they wanted to, they would. If they wanted to pay on time, they would. If they wanted to become debt-free, they would." And so you just can't change people.
A guy used that on me in my 20s when I was late for everything. He says, "You're late for everything." I said, "Well, I'm busy. He goes, "If you want to be on time, you would." And you know what? Pissed me off.
But he was right.
And I'm not late anymore.
You were very punctual. That's actually shocking. There was a time.
It's arrogant to be late. You're making a statement to the people that they don't matter.
That's at the root of this is a lack of respect. It's a lack of respect for their daughter and the kindness that she's offered them. To say, hey, we're not going to pay on time. Even though that's what we agreed to. We're not people of integrity.
It's smells like a parasite. Yeah. Yeah, it's just
That's hard.
sad when your parents are qualifies that.
It muddies the waters, which is why I personally would not
Have signed
rent
up
to my
for
mom
this.
and dad
Would not have signed up
and
to this
become their
project.
landlord.
Nope.
Because they remember when they change your diaper.
Nope.
So it just makes it awkward when now you're demanding rent payment.
Yeah. It's sorry, Mom and Dad, we got to sell the house. Yeah. I mean,
It's the easiest way. It's the nicest way to evict someone, is just to get rid of the whole situation. Start from scratch.
You don't have to go into all why, and you don't have to go into, you don't pay the rent on time, so you don't have to go into, we've begged you, we've tried. You don't have to try to be corrective with it. There's no point in that because it's not going to work. It's just clean. It's just like, gosh, sorry, y'all got to look for places we're selling the house. So either that or just pay the thing off and quit worrying about it. Either one. Either one's okay. Either one's okay. You're a good daughter either way. You gave it a run.
But it's living in your head rent-free, and currently they're basically living in your house rent-free.
There's a lot of free rent here. If you run a small business or work for yourself, health insurance isn't just a personal choice. It's a business decision, and the wrong plan can wreck your budget fast. Right now is health insurance open enrollment, and if you want your coverage to start by the first of the year, you've got to sign up by December 15th, and I recommend using Health Trust Financial to help make your game plan. They've helped families and business owners for over 20 years, and they're the only Ramsey trusted health insurance advisors. Health Trust Financial Advisors cut through the confusion, explain your options in plain English, and help you find a plan that fits your life stage and budget. Most Health Trust Financial clients save hundreds of dollars a month, money you could reinvest into your business. So don't roll the dice this year. Protect your family, your business, and your financial future with the right plan. Go to healthtrustfinancial.com before December 15th to get started. That's healthtrustfinancial.com. Our question of the day is brought to you by Why Refi. Defaulted private student loans don't just disappear, but you can make them disappear by taking control. Why Refi offers low fixed-rate refinancing that gives you hope and a clear path forward. Go to whyrefi.com/Ramsey. That's the letter Y, REFY.com/Ramsey. Not available in all states.
Today's question comes from Craig in New York. I'm 70 years old, still working, and I'm now a high net worth individual thanks to your principles. I agree with 99% of what you say, but here's the 1% I don't agree with. I have a $320,000 mortgage at 2.75% on a property that's worth $4 million. I paid extra for years, and at this point, over half of my monthly payment goes to principal, and the rest goes to interest. The house payment is a small percentage of my monthly income, and I'm making way more interest on the over $320K I have in savings than the house interest is costing me. Why would I consider paying off that mortgage? It's like a Common Core math riddle here.
Sleep. You'll sleep better. And you don't even know it. It's a very small problem for you. So you're not going to go bankrupt because of this, and you're not going to not become a millionaire. Apparently you already have, so congratulations. But you didn't become a millionaire because you borrowed $320,000. You became a millionaire because you saved money and got out of debt. And I got to tell you, you have no idea, Craig. It's going to blow your mind. The peace is going to run down your spine when you pay this off. You're going to feel it physically. And you're going to sleep better. It's that simple. And debt equals risk. And risk has a math factor to it that you did not use in your little formula. So your formula is naive and incomplete. So if you adjust for risk mathematically, the money that you're making on your high yield savings over the top of 2.75 isn't spit and won't buy you a biscuit. So you're really not some financial genius here. At the end of the day, you're actually fairly naive about it. But it's okay. If you want to keep your mortgage like it's a pet, that's fine. But some people keep pet snakes. I don't. I don't have any pet snakes. You got any pet snakes?
Zero.
Okay.
I
yeah,
think
so
they're of the devil.
got
My mom told me.
zero mortgages too.
That's
And
true.
so-
But yeah, even the math isn't that impressive on this. When you go,
It's
I
not-
could make 3.5, but the mortgage is 2.75.
So if you make 1% on this, you made $3,200, $250 a month. It's not worth me taking the call for this. It's a biscuit. I mean, really.
And you can now invest the mortgage payment and make up for lost time.
And it's not
There you
even.
go.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. All this. It's hilarious. It's like I can borrow $4 and make money on my $4. Who cares?
As a portion of your
freaking
net worth and
irrelevant.
your income, this is
It's
not worth your
irrelevant.
time.
It's irrelevant. The property's worth $4 million. You know, it's so you keep it. You keep your little mortgage if you want to pet it on the head, and if you like pet snakes. I don't like pet snakes, even small ones. And so they're all poisonous as far as I'm concerned. I hate
The oxymoron is, well, Dave, it's a good snake.
I
It's a
hate
good
the
snake.
large banks. I hate the car companies financing and putting people in debt. I'm sick and tired of the federal government ensuring 18-year-olds can borrow $100,000 and they can't even buy beer. And so, but we're going to put them in debt because we're going to help you out. We're from the Congress, and we're going to team up with the big banks. And the big banks in Congress, when they team up, is never good for the regular people. It's never good for us regular folk. So I'm sick of these people preying on everybody and then, you know, turn it into sophisticated bull crap. It's not sophisticated at all. So, Craig, I'd pay it off, but you're not going to. So good luck with that.
It'll become someone else's problem. Your kids will deal with the estate planning and pay it off for you.
It's not a big thing. It really doesn't matter. So Carolina is in Las Vegas. Hi, Carolina. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
So I just wanted to ask how you would recommend paying off $90,000 in debt while in school and saving for my daughter's college fund.
Okay. Are you married?
Yes, I am.
What does your husband make?
He makes $2,800 a month.
And you're in school studying what?
I'm getting my master's in applied behavior analysis.
To do what?
To work with children with disabilities. It would be to be a supervisor.
Okay. All right. Making what?
In the future?
Mm-hmm.
It says on the internet, right? It says that I would make close to $100,000 a year, and that's what I know, between 90 to 100.
What's your husband do?
He is a driving instructor.
Okay. And what's his plan for his career?
So in January he starts welding school.
Good.
So he's trying to do that.
Excellent. How old are you guys? 23?
I'm 28 and he is 33.
Oh, missed that. Okay. And your baby's how old?
She just turned 6.
Okay. Well, the formula that we have to work with is income minus outgo. Your income is low because you're not working and he's not working much. Or he's not making much. That's a better way of saying it, right? You guys haven't got a lot. It's not like you're buying Coach purses on the weekend, okay? I mean, you don't have any money. $2,800 in a family of 3, and you're in school. How are you paying for school?
So I took out a $50,000 loan.
And when do you finish school?
18 months.
Okay.
And total balance of student loans is $90K, and there's more debt on top of that?
No.
That's
no,
it.
it's $90K debt in total, yeah.
Okay. I don't think you're going to get out of debt until you get your income up. But the good news is you have plans to get both of you to get your income up. I mean, his income's going to double when he gets his welding certificate or more, depending on what he's doing. And then you're going to get out in 18 months and make money, and then you guys are going to plow through this. But right now you're making $34,000 a year and you have a little baby, so you're probably not going to make big dents in this $90K. Is that fair?
Yeah.
But I would work. I mean, you can work and he can work and you can do side jobs, and let's do what we can to bring in extra money because you don't have much money coming in. You have a big hole and a very small shovel right now. I'm looking forward to the day that your shovel is bigger in order to fill up this hole.
Right.
And that's what I think. And that's okay. That's not the end of the world. Don't go in any more debt, okay?
Yeah, we like turned off our credit cards and things like that.
Like,
But
I want to turn off
I
these
just-
student loans. No more.
Yeah.
No more student loans.
Oh, yeah.
Can you finish school with no more student loans?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
$50,000 for the entire course.
Okay.
Mhm.
And to your question, I would not be investing in a college fund right now.
No.
We've got a priority of knocking out this debt. And so every dollar needs to go toward that. We'll make up for lost time in a few years, and you'll still have a great runway of a decade to save up for college.
You make $30-something thousand a year now. You'll be making $130 in 24 to 36 months. And you knock this
Right.
debt out, and then you start saving for college, and you work right up the baby steps the way we teach. But today, you don't have extra cash laying around to do either. And so, first thing is take care of your own household. Don't add any more debt. And then if you can scratch together a little bit more, both of you working some extra jobs or something, and you want to throw something at the 90, doesn't make me mad. But I'm just not going to put heavy expectations on you because, again, you have a $90,000 hole and a small income. That's your shovel. So, but the good news is you're doing something about that. Both of you are going to get sizable upgrades in income, and that's just wonderful. Good for you. Congratulations. Very cool. So, man, the trades are the answer for a lot of these folks. A lot of people moving that direction nowadays, and so
People are wondering where all the jobs are. Trades.
Step into the welding, step into the diesel mechanic, step into the heavy equipment operator, and you step into six figures pretty quick. And makes Mike Rowe happy to hear that.
Yeah.
And it's but he's right. He's onto something. He's been onto something since before it was cool. He was an early adopter. But there you go. Good stuff. Don't let big grocery bills spoil your holiday plans. Shop at Aldi first. They've got USDA choice meats like beef, pork, and even your turkey, along with fresh produce, holiday desserts, and more. And you'll find all of them at the lowest prices of any national grocery store. A family of four can save up to $4,000 a year by shopping at Aldi. You don't need a membership or some loyalty app either. So stop overpaying this holiday season. Go to aldi.us to find a store near you. That's aldi.us.
Savings based on regional analysis of Aldi versus select competitors. Prices may vary by location, product availability, and the market.
Welcome back to the Ramsey Show in the Fairwinds Credit Union studio. John is with us in Huntsville. Hey, John, how are you?
Doing well. Thank you guys for taking the call.
Sure. What's up?
Kind of stuck in a financial and a moral dilemma, and I don't know which way to go.
Okay.
Brief backstory is father passed away about 12 years ago. I inherited the business solely, built it up. Now I've sold it off. The moral side of that is none of my family members knows that I've sold it yet. And they weren't part of it. They had no business dealings with it. But after our father died, it just seemed like I was the sibling that everyone came to for everything, and just listening to you guys, I think that with the sale of that business and selling the home I'm currently in, I would wind up being debt-free completely and have quite a bit at, 46 years old to be able to retire with. And I'm wondering, I guess, have I been too deceptive with what's going on, or it's like nobody ever calls to say, hey, how are you doing? It's always, hey, I need this or that or the other. And I guess I'm too much like my dad in that aspect.
Okay. I don't know. It sounds like you're, to what extent have you been helping? How much money or what have you been doing?
I've bailed one brother out of 2 different mortgages twice.
Mm-hmm. To the tune of like $100,000 or something?
A couple $100,000, yeah.
Okay, so you gave him a couple $100,000.
It was a loan, and I know where you're going with that, but I haven't been paid back.
No.
I've gotten about 30,000 of it back.
Yeah.
But that was
what about everybody else? What about everybody else?
One sister. If we're keeping track, she probably owes me around 65,000.
For what?
Apparently, there were some medical procedures that I was told was dire. That was more cosmetic than medical.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay.
Our dad.
So have you made the determination that this was really not helpful in the end? That their lives pretty much ended up about where they began, and so you really didn't cause them to suddenly become prosperous with your gifts?
That is correct.
Yeah. So does that give you the courage? Does that give you the courage to say no next time?
There's where a problem lies, because I really, it's not they always play on that, how daddy was kind of thing.
Well, daddy's gone, honey, and so now you're daddy. You got to grow up, and I can't help you. Already gave you $200,000, already gave you $60,000 to have your tummy tucked, and I'm done. I mean, grow up. These are grown people. Now, you don't have to be that mean to them, but that's what needs to go through your head so that you can just smile and say, gosh, I hope it works out for you. But I'm not daddy. Daddy's gone.
Yeah, so the one good thing was the business broker that we were involved with had mentioned, have you ever heard of this program? And, of course, I grew up in Franklin, so I'd heard of y'all's courses and stuff before, and I just felt like from a deception side of it, because I'm literally moving completely out of state.
You could just tell them I sold the business, sold my house, but you don't owe them any explanation or cut. You know that, right?
Yes, sir.
I think there's some survivor's guilt here because you've done well and you've seen them struggle, and you go, well, I guess they deserve some of this because you're a good person. But the problem is you're being manipulated and abused by these people. And the only time they reach out to you is for more money, right?
More money, or
so your Bank of
they
John.
Need work done at their,
There's no relationship to salvage here. If you keep giving them more money, you just continue the transaction.
So no, you don't have an obligation, so there's not real deception, but you're just not wanting to tell them because you think they're going to come for money. They want some of it. And so you're just going to have to get emotionally prepared, because at some point this is going to come out, whether you make a big deal about it or whether you don't. If you just go, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm leaving. We sold the house. We sold the business. What? Yeah, that's what we're doing. And so, we'll stay in touch and let you know where we land, because we love you.
What would you suggest with the remainder of the money, as far as because like I said, I am 46, and I just I want not want to retire fully. I just want to relax for a while. I've been working with my dad since I was 7, and I'm tired.
Yeah. What kind of business did you sell?
Tired. It was a construction services company.
Okay, good for you. All right.
Yeah,
so let's stay with the first part of the conversation for a moment, and then we'll come to the second part. The first part of the conversation, sir, is you need to pick up Henry Cloud's book. It's called Boundaries. You don't have any.
So that's called Boundaries?
Boundaries. Your boundaries. You don't have any fences. Fences are down on your farm, and the animals keep getting in, and the animals keep getting out, and you need fences. Okay? You know what I'm talking about. Your no button is broken, and you need to fix it, because you're not really helping. You're just being weak. Am I wrong?
It's hard to hear, but no, you're not wrong.
Okay. So just fix your no button. That's good for your brother. It's good for your sister. If you want to call, if they call up and say something, just go, hey, listen, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. That money that I loaned you, just don't worry about it. Forget it. Because you're not going to get it anyway, by the way. But so just forgive it. And say, but we're done. We won't be doing any more business transactions, okay? You're my brother, you're my sister, I love you, but we're not doing any more money transactions. Those loans are forgiven. I'm not going to make that mistake again, so don't ask. And just you need to fix your no button. It's broken. Now, then it sets you up with the money that you've made. And so what'd the business sell for? How much you got?
$1,230,000.
Congratulations. That's not enough to retire on at 46. But it is
I already have.
But it is enough.
I already have some saved.
How much?
There, $2.25 million.
Oh, okay. All right. So you got $3 million net worth. Okay, you could quit. But I don't want you to quit. I want you to take a break and decide what the next chapter is. You know what an encore is? After the band has played all their greatest hits and they left off one, and the Eagles, everybody's clapping, and the Eagles come back out on stage, right? And
yes.
You know, they play one more song, and it delights the crowd. You got one more song in you, or two, or three. You're only 46. And fishing and golf will get old after a while. You need to lay your hand to something. You don't have to work 60 hours a week. You don't have to bust your hump. But you could kind of cruise into something and be of value to your fellow man because you're a smart guy, you're a wise guy, you're a kind guy, you're a person of character, and we actually need you operating businesses in the marketplace. America needs men like you and women like you to do stuff. So take a little break. A year from now, I want you to start something you've always dreamed of. It's been tickling in the back of your head. And I want you to spend a little of this money getting it going, and I want you to make yourself useful because you're going to have more joy that way than you will sitting on your butt.
Hey guys, you know those too good to pass up holiday promos? Well, they can be great, but with every spin of the digital wheel, the newsletter sign up, the coupon code, you're giving away your data. You think that info just stays with the store? I doubt it. It goes into the corners of cyberspace where data brokers grab it, repackage it, and sell it to spammers, scammers, and generally bad people. The FTC just reported consumers lost over $12.5 billion to fraud last year. And that's not just a number. That's your money, your time, and your privacy. And that's why I recommend Delete Me, your digital cleanup crew. The Delete Me Privacy Pros dig through hundreds of these data broker sites, they scrub your info, and they keep it gone, which means fewer weird robocalls, fewer spam texts, and it's the gift that keeps on giving because it's an annual subscription. And Ramsey listeners can get 20% off those annual plans at joindeleteme.com/Ramsey with code Ramsey at checkout. Do it today. That's joindeleteme.com/Ramsey, code Ramsey.
Angel's in San Francisco. Hi, Angel. How are you?
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for taking my call.
Good. How can we help?
So I'm a little confused. I worked my whole life since I was probably 12 years old, and everything I've done to create money is basically on my back. You know, I bought a property. I had a small house. I built a second home in the back. From the plumbing to the electrical to the foundation, everything was me to save some money. Now I'm renting the property in the front, but everything else that I do is always labor, and I make pretty decent money. And I'm wondering where can I put my money in so it makes me money, and I don't go on vacation with my wife and kids. And I'm thinking, man, the truck is parked, and I'm losing money every day while I'm here in vacation, right? So I have that stress of not making money if I'm not working. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Are you running a business?
Yes, I got a trucking business, but technically I'm an owner-operator, right? I make about $325,000. My wife works as well, but whenever the truck is parked or it breaks down, there's no income coming in.
Yeah,
and that's where I'm having trouble
So
trying to figure out,
all it is you own your job.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so if you don't work, you don't make money because you own your job. It's,
Yes.
it's straight commission. Yeah. And
Exactly,
so
yeah.
the only thing you can do is to grow that business and have several other people doing that work for you, and then they're working when you're not. But until then, you're a solopreneur, we call it, a single person small business, and it does all depend on you. You're on a treadmill, and so you're stuck on that, and that's not bad. You're making 300, like you said, you're making 320,000. So shut up and take a week off. That's okay. You can go on vacation. It's not going to kill you. You're not going to go hungry if you take a week off when you're making 320 grand.
No, so here's the thing though. I'm in California, so in California to get drivers, to get other trucks going, the profit, because I've already done it before, the profit it's not there, and it's not worth all the stress and the headache. So
okay, so you're going to own your job, and when you're not working, or when the truck's broken, you're not making money. That's your reality. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just you just know what it is. But there's not really a fix for it except to do something else.
Well, I guess that's why I'm calling you guys to see where.
What do you want to do? Do you want to? It sounds like you don't want to scale and delegate this, and you don't want to do it all on your own.
What is it you want to do?
I want to be able to put my money somewhere where it makes money, and it's not on my back all the time.
Do you want quote passive income?
Yes, passive income.
Okay.
And yesterday I ran into one of you guys' commercials, and I put my link, I put some information, and I got about 40 people calling me. They're saying everyone works for you and this and that, and they're throwing me one way and the other way, and that's why I called you guys today. I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, you did not get in touch with us. We don't have 40 people to call you.
Yeah, well, that's
you got scammed.
You
got scammed. It's some kind of AI bull crap or something. Yeah.
Be careful what you click on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I called you guys today.
Okay, so what have you been doing any investing with this money? Because you're making amazing money. Where is it all going? Where's this 25, 30 grand going every month?
Okay, so when I bought the property, I had a small house. I built a second home for us in the back, and now I'm renting the house in the front.
What are you doing with the money that comes in every month?
So I just I purchased some. They're called luxury restrooms for events. I purchased some of those.
So you're spending all the money coming in to start new businesses?
To start
to reinvest
to start something,
because you have a trucking business, and now you're talking about buying luxury bathrooms.
Yes, just in case the trucking business doesn't feed me anymore. Maybe the other business will, right? But again, the other business is always me hauling the bathroom from here to there. So I wanted to invest on the market, or I wanted to invest somewhere where I can. So
you want to stop investing in all these multi-businesses because you can't be a serial entrepreneur and do it all at once. And so you're wanting to invest it elsewhere, like in mutual funds in the stock market?
Something like that, yeah. Okay. That's what I need.
But here's the thing, okay? Running a small business always makes a lot more money for the money invested than investing it in anything else. If you bought a rental property and paid cash for it, it doesn't, you put 500 grand into that. It doesn't pay you what if you took that same 500 grand and opened a business. It would pay you a lot more, but you've got to work more, as you have figured out. So, no, I would not open 6 businesses and call that investing. That's just serial entrepreneur, and they're all going to fail because of lack of focus. I would not do that. Decide what businesses you want to be in, and very carefully and very diligently and very gradually make your move into those and away from trucking, so that you can get off the road, because it sounds like that's really what you need to do. And then as far as your investing goes, I personally invest, Angel, in 2 things other than my business. And I put money in good growth stock mutual funds, and you can find a person that doesn't work for me but that we recommend called a SmartVestor Pro on our website only, not on Instagram. You can't find them there. You can find them on our website at RamseySolutions.com and click on SmartVestor. They'll sit down with you and help you do some mutual fund investing. But you're not putting enough money in there right now to not have to work. It's going to be a long time before you get there. And then I personally also buy real estate that I pay cash for, but I would only recommend that to you after you're 100% debt-free, house and truck and everything. And so I'm going to get you completely out of debt. That frees up all your money to build wealth with and to be generous with. And that's how I have done mine. Okay? And folks, if 40 different people call you and say they work for Ramsey and they have things to sell you, they don't work for Ramsey, because we don't do that.
You're about to get scammed. Don't fall for it.
We don't have that, okay? We have a network of people that we endorse that are real estate people. And so if you click on our website and say, I want a real estate agent that's Ramsey trusted, we'll send that to you. If you click on SmartVestor Pro and want to talk to somebody about doing investing, we'll send those people to you. They don't work for us, but they're also not going to be 40 of them calling you. And we don't have stuff that we're calling you to sell you, okay? It's not what we do here. So that's some of the AI crap. There's something on there the other day. Somebody sent me it's like a kung fu movie or something. My mouth doesn't even match the words.
Oh, it doesn't match, yeah. Is it like a car loan, or like a car insurance?
Insurance thing. Dave doesn't believe in insurance agents or something.
But how stupid is AI? Because they said, this is Dave's mouth. I love my Tesla. And I went, wow, AI, do better if you think that's what...
Yeah. It wasn't even AI. It's just a bad edit by some Russian scam artist or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's probably what you've gotten into, honey. So we just don't get into all that stuff. We're very simple people here. All right. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Hey, Christian, just for the fun of it, send him a copy of Building a Business You Love with the 5 stages of business. He's stuck in treadmill. Maybe that book will help him. It's a bestseller, Angel, on how to operate a business and the stages of business. My latest bestseller. It's the last book I did, matter of fact. And so I'll send that to you as a gift. And you're a fellow entrepreneur for sure.
You just need some clarity, some vision, some direction. He's just doing all of it.
Don't do everything at once. And jack of all trades, master of none. Don't lose your focus. Just figure out a couple things, do those well, and just keep pushing the rock.
Dave, we got a lot of calls on this show where life happens. One day someone's healthy, they're working, providing for their family, and then a curveball hits.
We hear it all the time. A car accident, a cancer diagnosis, a heart attack, and suddenly everything changes.
Yeah, and that's why you've always said that having term life insurance from Xander is essential, because it protects your family if the worst happens.
Yeah, that's right. You need 10 to 12 times your income in coverage. No gimmicks. No whole life junk, just straightforward term life protection. But there's another piece that people often overlook, and that's long-term disability insurance.
Yeah, it's important to understand the difference between them. Life insurance steps in when you die. Disability insurance steps in while you're alive but can't work. So it replaces a large part of your income so the bills still get paid while you get back on your feet.
Now, if your employer gives you free disability insurance, great, take it. If it's discounted there at a better price, take it. But if not, Xander can help you find the right plan. Whether you're single or married, it's not optional. If you're going to be out of work for a while, then you need to make sure the money's still showing up.
And that's why Xander is our go-to. They make it super simple to get the right coverage at the best price, no pressure, no upselling.
I've trusted Jeff Xander and Xander Insurance for over 25 years, and so is my family.
So don't wait. It's fast, it's easy, and it could make all the difference. Go to Xander.com or call 800-356-4282.
Protect yourself, protect your income, protect your family. in the lobby of Ramsey Solutions on the debt-free stage. Alex and Amanda are with us. How are you guys? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We're doing great. How about
Good.
you, Dave?
Better than I deserve. Where do y'all live?
Live in Altoona, Pennsylvania, basically in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania.
I love it. That's a pretty area, actually.
Oh, awesome.
Very nice. Very cool. Welcome to Tennessee. And how much debt have you two paid off?
$100,000.
I love it. And how long did this take?
5 years.
5 years. And your range of income during that time?
Between 80 and 130.
Okay. And what kind of debt was the 100,000?
That is our mortgage, Dave.
You're weird, people. It's a little bitty mortgage, but you knocked her out. Congratulations. What's that house worth?
About 400.
Very cool. And how much in your nest egg these days in your retirement accounts?
A little over 150.
All right. Very cool. So sitting right there at 550, heading towards $1 million. How old are you two?
34.
I'm 35.
And a paid-for house. How
Yes,
weird
sir.
are y'all? Very cool. All right, tell us the story. What started this 5 years ago or more, and how'd you get connected to Ramsey?
So this really started about 9 years, almost 10 years ago now. Amanda's parents, my in-laws, for one of our wedding gifts, got us Financial Peace University. And we started Dave-ish, and then we had our never again moment, which we had $12 in our bank account. We weren't going to get paid for about a week, and we were
looking through our couches looking for change.
And basically living on beans and rice.
Yeah.
Got paid, did a baby step, did our first baby step number one, $1,000, and we never looked back.
All right.
We paid off about $85,000 in a car and student loans.
Oh, good. Okay.
At that point, so we got rid of all our consumer debt. And then after that, we decided that we're going to move to, we were living in New Jersey at the time, and we decided that we're going to move to Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Now, during all of this, we really struggled with infertility. So we, we purchased our house. We put a really nice down payment on it, and then we adopted embryos during that time.
Oh, wow.
We cash flowed everything.
We cash flowed everything.
Wow.
And our three littles are sitting right here and are
I
testament to
love
that.
it.
Wow. So,
Very cool. That's awesomeness.
Yeah.
Proud of y'all. About as good a use of money as I can think of.
Absolutely.
Well done. Good for you guys. That's so powerful. How's it feel to be 34 years old and completely debt-free?
It feels so good.
It's so good. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Very freeing.
It's doable.
It is.
What do y'all do for a living?
I actually just got promoted. I'm the chief financial officer of a small startup health in healthcare. And
I'm a social media coordinator.
All right. Good for you. And a lot of mom, huh?
Yes.
3 littles running around.
Enjoying every moment.
I love it.
So what was the hardest part over 5 years? Because that's a longer journey. You know, baby step 6, it's not as aggressive. Did you ever lose steam? What kind of kept you going?
I'd have to say it was just communication and just leaning on each other. And every time we have these like little thermometers. Every time we'd put another chunk on the mortgage, we'd color some more.
And there they are if you're watching on YouTube or Spotify. So making it visual really helped you guys.
Yeah, the visual really helped.
And every next, $10,000, like, oh my gosh, we're one step closer.
Yep, we're getting closer. We can do it.
Yeah, even another piece of this about, almost a year and a half ago, I got laid off from my job. And we weren't nervous. We weren't scared. And we were pregnant with twins at the time.
Oh. Wow.
And we were like, okay, what's the severance look like? We'll make it happen. And that was an absolute blessing because my job was super stressful. It took away from my family. At the time, we had a young daughter and obviously a wife as well. And it was an absolute blessing because we were able to take a little bit of a risk in the next job, and that's been unbelievable for us. Such a blessing.
Gave you options.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well done, you guys. All right, when people hear that you've been on this journey and you've done all of this and now you're debt-free, what do you tell them the secret to getting out of debt is?
I'd say being on the same page.
Yeah, working together.
Yeah.
You can do anything if you work together and you communicate together. Anything is possible. It really is.
So why did you move from Jersey to Altuna?
Amanda's family lives in Altoona, and we were traveling there about 2-3 times a month, putting a lot of mileage on the car.
Okay, all right. But I'm guessing it was a major cost of living shift.
Huge.
Absolutely.
Huge cost of living shift.
Yeah. Tax base and everything.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was crazy. We both got jobs on the same day. God sent us jobs.
Yeah.
It all just
incredible.
worked out.
Just worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
In Altoona.
In
Yep.
Altoona.
To facilitate the move.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
No income to dual income, just like that.
Yeah, I like it. Very cool. That's fun, guys, because we often are talking to people and going, you may have to move, and it doesn't, what you're trying to do doesn't fit there, and you may have to move. And so I always wonder because, you made the choice to move to a more rural area and obviously a lower cost of living area and that kind of thing. But it's a great place to build a family.
Absolutely.
But you got to have an income. And so it's all worked out, and you figured out how to do it. Perfect. I love it because that's inspiring for other people listening right now. Some people are stuck in a market they can't afford to live in, and they need to unstuck themselves, and then that'll get them moving. That's good.
Yeah,
good for you guys.
6 figures in a low cost of living area. I mean, that's a wealth hack.
Yeah,
so you guys you've cracked the code here, and it's only uphill from here, or I guess downhill.
Yeah, way to go, guys.
Fantastic.
Proud of you. Who was cheering you on along the way?
I would say us two
Yeah,
are our
each
biggest
other,
motivators, but
but
also
our
our families
families
were huge to us.
I mean,
as well.
they gave you Financial Peace University,
Exactly,
so
yeah.
10 years ago. So
Yeah.
they got to be going. I'm glad it worked.
Yeah.
They
Took
are.
a while
A
to
lot
click.
of support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you brought grandbabies to my neighborhood, so that's good.
Exactly.
Everybody's happy, right? So
Yep.
there you go. I like it. Grandpa's happy. My grandma's happy. So
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, they got to be cheering you on. I'm proud of. Good for you guys. Well done. Well done. Very good. All right. You want to bring up the littles? Are they going to cheer with you?
They're going to cheer with us.
All right. What are their names and their ages?
We have Isabella, who's 3.
Mhm.
We have Alex and Regina, who are 10 months.
All right. Come on up, guys. Ooh, look at Isabella.
Precious.
All right. Oh, look at these guys. They're great.
That's a good reason to become debt free, right
Very cool. Yeah, there's a good why right there in that picture. Good job. See, those kids are not old enough they're even going to remember that this happened, but their parents were heroes and changed their whole family tree by deciding to do this. Sitting here completely debt-free at 34 years old, be millionaires in another 4.5 to 5 years. Pretty impressive stuff. Very well done. Alex and Amanda, Isabella, Alex and Regina from Pennsylvania. $100,000 paid off the last portion. That would be their mortgage. They're weird. Did it in 5 years, making 80 to 130. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
All right, get ready.
3,
2, 1.
We're
debt free!
Love it.
Oh, man. The little 10-month-olds are going to be watching this on YouTube in like 2038.
Yeah.
Going and watching vintage
This
clips.
is when the old man and old lady made us rich. It's when we got out of debt.
Your show is going to be vintage. That's pretty cool.
You
At
never
some
know.
point, everything becomes vintage.
Yeah, well, I don't want to talk about that right now, but yeah. I was vintage a long time ago, George. I'm way past vintage. Now I'm over into antique.
Oh,
but
man.
yeah,
You get a special license plate for that at least.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's so
I want the
cool.
license plate that has no speed limit. That's the one I want. I
That's
can't
the
get that
Autobahn.
one. I can't get that one, but yeah. You guys are incredible. Alex and Amanda, look at these heroes, man.
This is
That's
wild.
so powerful.
Are we
And-
seeing more and more people in their early 30s because they had their financial peace babies? The parents got them onto
Yep.
financial peace. They actually believed that it could happen.
They grew up in a household, so when they got married, they had to apply it. And 10 years, 9 years later, here we are, including, 3 babies on the way. And there's a lot of cash flowing going on with this story.
Oh, yeah.
These guys. But I just want to encourage. We hear all these people talking about affordability and they can't afford to live. And, these guys make 80 to 130 and they move to Altoona, Pennsylvania, and they're doing unbelievably well.
It's still possible.
There's a formula here. Notice the correlation, boys and girls. Yeah. They can afford to live there. It's affordability. Wow.
People forget
interesting.
you can choose where you live. You can
Whoa.
choose the job you have.
Interesting.
But it's going to take sacrifice.
Interesting.
The holidays can come with a lot of pressure to spend. family, friends, Secret Santa at the office, all the things. But y'all, this season should be about peace, not payments. That's a big reason why I love Fairwinds Credit Union. They share the Ramsey values of helping you reach your money goals without debt. And with the Fairwinds Smart Bundle, Ramsey fans get a no-fee checking account, a high-yield savings to grow your emergency fund, and the exclusive Ramsey Be Weird debit card. It says, debt is normal, be weird, right there on the front. So every time you use it, it's a reminder that you're doing your money differently. So this Christmas, skip the credit cards and celebrate progress, not payments. Spend with peace of mind, knowing that you're sticking to your budget and staying debt-free. And check out the Fairwinds Smart Bundle today at fairwinds.org/Ramsey. And open up the Smart Bundle and grab your exclusive Ramsey Be Weird debit card. That's fairwinds.org/Ramsey. Fairwinds is federally insured by the NCUA.
Christmas is going to be here in about 20 minutes. Are you guys ready? I mean, it's here. Boom, just like that. I mean, where'd 2025 go? I mean, I just blinked and it's gone. Yeah. And consequently, we are running all the appropriate Christmas sales at the Ramsey store here at Ramsey Solutions. Rachel Cruz's kids' books are on sale for just $13. These are very good, meaningful gifts for little ones. If you want stocking stuffers or grandma, grandpa, you want to buy something for your grandkids, little kids, it's fun, easy way to teach them about contentment and gratitude and generosity. Those are the three themes of the three books. If you're shopping for everyone else, the other deals are great. $13 best-selling hardcovers. That's about a third of the normal price. $13 career assessments, $12 questions for humans decks, $7.99 on audiobooks and ebooks. Go to RamseySolutions.com/store, or if you're on YouTube or podcast, just click the link in the description. You know how to do that. Savannah's in Omaha, Nebraska. Hey, Savannah, how are you?
Great to talk to you both.
You too.
So my question is, my husband and I are in our early 30s. I stay home with two toddlers, and my husband works. He makes $75,000 a year. We have no debt other than our house, and we are currently not saving for retirement. We make enough just to cover normal expenses without living too uncomfortably. And then some months we can save a little. Some months we aren't able to put anything into savings.
How much is your house payment?
Should we be living? What's that?
How much is your house payment?
We have $150 left.
No, your payment.
Oh, it's $1,300 a month.
Okay, and you make $75,000 a year.
Yes.
So $7,000 a month minus taxes. So he's getting home with $5,000.
Yes.
Right?
It's about $4,500.
How much was your tax refund?
I think we just had a baby, so $2,000, but this year it'll be about $300.
Okay. Where's the money going out of his check then? Because that's not your taxes are not that high.
Okay. We have insurance, HSA. We contribute about $150 or $200 to our HSA each paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's it.
No. How much was the insurance?
I believe, if I recall correctly, $250.
Still not right. That doesn't add up to that doesn't add up to $75,000 a year. You're missing something. Okay. Something's gone. I'm trying to find out why you've got a pinch, because your house payment is reasonable, and given your income, and you don't have a single other debt. You don't have a car payment. You don't have anything.
No.
Okay. I don't know where your money's going then. I think you need to be on a written budget, because you should be able to save 15% of that, which would be about $1,000 a month, and retire with dignity.
Okay.
Does he get paid twice a month?
He does. Yeah, it's $2,200 a month, every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We are on a written budget. I watch all our money coming from his paycheck. I don't know. I'm less familiar with what happens to his paycheck before it comes to us, so taxes and everything.
I'd sit down tonight with him and just take a look at it and see all the deductions that are coming out, because what should be happening, if you invest 15% into his workplace retirement plan, that's about $468 that would be coming out for the 401k. So now the goal is, how can we live on the rest that actually shows up in the bank account, and then budget off of that. That should become your reality, and that might mean we need to cut some expenses, because all of a sudden it's too tight. And so with the remaining, if your $1,300 mortgage payment, you still have another, $3,300 of wiggle room here to use to cover all of your other bills. And that's the part I think we can drill down on and figure out.
Yeah.
And an EveryDollar budget will help you guys do that. So I would sit down tonight and make
What
that
does he
budget.
do for a living?
He's an operations supervisor at a manufacturing plant.
Okay. All right. Well, and the other question I'm going to begin to ask myself is, what are our career plans? Right now, you're a full-time mom, right?
Yeah. Our plans are, I would love to go back to work when they get in school, and he would love to leave his job any day.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So
another one.
Yeah, I'd be working, but obviously for an upgrade, we don't want to leave his job for a downgrade. That's kind of counterproductive to this whole discussion. So, yeah. So as your careers increase, you're going to find more wiggle room probably, and you're making an average American household income. $78,000 is the average right now. Okay. And you've got you've done a great job, by the way, to stay out of debt. Most people in this situation call me up with a car payment or two and a student loan hanging around, and then can't figure out why they're broke.
Or their mortgage is $3,000 and they make $4,500 a month.
Yeah.
And so you guys don't fall into that.
Yeah. You should be about $5,000 a month take home right now. So I'm still tickling my brain, because it's $6,300. Now, I'm not talking about every 2 weeks. I'm talking about monthly. So that throws it a little bit, because you've got 2 magic months if you're getting paid every 2 weeks. Two magic months where you get 3 paychecks, and that throws the numbers off a little. So that might get you back to where you need to be. You might be right. It might be about right. So, because you're not really making $4,500 a month, you see what I'm saying? You've got 2 months where you get extra $2,200.
So we do a 4-week budget and a 5-week budget based on the projection. So we do 12 of those. So I think we have about 2 or 3 5-week budgets, and the rest are 4-week. So 4-week budgets are 45.
There should be 2 where you've got a 3 paycheck, and one, and the rest of them are not. So 10 otherwise. Because that's the way the 2-week cycle works. So yeah, if you're doing that with your EveryDollar, the extra $4,500 a year might make up the difference and mean that I was running everything saying you ought to come home with more than $4,500 a month, and you do, because it's actually about 5,000. Let's say 4,500. It's almost $5,000 a month average that you're coming home with, which is what it needs to be. So you're probably not going to find a bunch of stuff in this check, but look at it anyway. Be sure. So yeah, what I would be very concerned with is those 2 months when you get that extra check. If you could just invest all of that and live on the $4,500 every single month, you'd be okay. That would get you started on your investing.
Okay.
You see how I'm doing that? Just pretend like you didn't get those checks. Just live the whole thing on $4,500, take home pay $1,300, and you're not living opulently, and you've been very responsible and have done a very good job. I don't want to leave this call with you thinking we've judged you, because it's quite the opposite. You're impressive. I really like what you've done. You've done a lot with a little, and you've got a good long-term plan where he upgrades and you go back to work, and your income's going to go through the roof. You're going to be at $150,000 when those 2 things happen. So and then zoom on building up your retirement at that point. Okay, you'll be fine. So you're not in trouble, and you've done a very good job avoiding debt and managing the money that you have. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, but maybe the hack is, for now, take the 2 magic months, the third that have the extra check, and throw that whole check into a Roth IRA. And so that at least gets $5,000 a year going, at least gets something moving that way. And then as you see some increases from whatever, make sure you start jacking up 401k contributions steadily as you get to more and more room in the budget. And for God's sakes, don't go into debt. So you've done a great job avoiding it so far. So Savannah, you've really, I mean, I would put them in the top 5% of Americans and how good a job they've done.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a solid income and no debt, and they're living very reasonably. That's a key for success.
And very carefully.
Yeah.
It's not opulent. I mean, they're not living some kind of fancy pants
no.
life.
You can't at that point.
No,
but
it's not room.
You dial in that investing and learn to live on what comes after that, you're going to be just fine.
Amen. You're going to make a great show. Welcome back to the Ramsey Show in the Fairwinds Credit Union Studios. George Kamel, Ramsey Personality, is my co-host. I am Dave Ramsey. We're glad you're here. Thanks for joining us. Hannah is in Indianapolis. Hi, Hannah. How are you?
I'm good, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, considering I'm doing okay. I recently lost my job last Friday.
Wow, what happened?
And, they said that I wasn't productive enough in downtime, and which we had a lot of downtime, but not a lot of busy work. So all of the work that I was given, I would always complete on time, and just wasn't like super engaged. It was a really great job. I don't feel like I extremely enjoyed it, but it was a small office setting, and there was just a lot of downtime and really not enough work to go around between me and the other office administrator.
So did they give you a severance package?
They gave me a 2-week severance package, which I'm really grateful for. I wasn't expecting it. I have about $4,000 in savings.
Mm-hmm.
My bare bones, no extras budget is about $3,500 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I had just recently went back to working a part-time job last month,
Mm-hmm.
and was kind of using that to,
What does it pay?
kind of keep. Not a whole lot. It's $12 an hour. It's a serving job. It brings in, between $400 and $500 a month. It was just on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a single mom. I don't get child support. I don't get court ordered supposed to get 50% of their expenses paid as far as like medical, extracurricular, and things like that. But I currently have quite a balance that's owed to me that hasn't been paid, and I'm not getting any financial help from my ex-husband. Am going back to court within a month due to other reasons.
What were you making at the job you lost?
I was making $27 an hour.
Okay.
What kind of role was it?
And they paid for my insurance fully. I didn't have any out of pocket for my insurance.
What were you doing? What was your job title?
AP, AR, payroll, regular like office type duties, things like that.
Okay. Man.
And so
going
back
like
into this
four
job.
weeks before Christmas is when they decide they have to do this.
Yes.
It's just strange.
Yes, and I actually had to stop back in there yesterday, and a family member was already in there training for that spot. So I don't know if it's something that they had planned. I don't see them in that light. Like in general, I think they're really great people. But it was definitely kind of a shot to my pride a little bit. So I don't know, but so I'm kind of freaking out. It's also court ordered that I'm the one that has to carry the insurance, and they paid for my insurance fully.
Yeah, well, you'll get that with the next position. So really, this just means that we have to just really, really, really. It's you're forced to set the emotions that normally go with this aside and just dive straight into a job hunt.
Yeah, I was really sad Friday. Saturday, I can do it. I redid my resume, did my cover letter, and then Sunday and yesterday I started to panic. Went back. I used to Uber on the side, so I went back and I Ubered yesterday, and it was kind of depressing. I didn't really. I was out and about for about 4 or 5 hours and just didn't make anything. The big town that's next to me the traffic's congested, so it's just hard to get runs.
Well,
it's just hard to make money with it.
Yeah. So.
And
I don't think you
jobs.
need to panic, but I do need to think you need to. I'm with you. It's fair to be very concerned because you know this is going to run out, and you know you got 2 weeks, and you've got a little bit of money, and that's it. Yeah. And so you got 6 weeks minus. You probably got 8 weeks because you can add to it with your server job, which you can probably gear up, and that's probably going to be more productive than Uber. Actually.
Yeah,
so,
it really is. It really is. And I'm putting miles on my car, and I have a nice car. It's paid off.
Yeah, I don't think Uber's your plan. But what we do need to do is land the next full-time gig that has the insurance and it has the, the $30 an hour thing. And it sounds like you've got some accounting training.
So I was in banking for 8 years. Loved I started out as a teller, moved to a banker. I was an assistant manager, a branch manager. I did retail support. And I feel like I really thrive in that busy environment. When there's too much downtime and a slow setting, I get really distracted, and it is hard for me to maintain like a productivity. So I like to be busy, and I do like, as draining as customer service can be, I feel like I excel when it's, customer focused or just people focused. I enjoy, leadership roles. I've been a trainer before. It's just really hard in the area that I live, because I live about an hour from Indy, and a lot of the jobs that I know that, I could get hired, in a couple of days, it's, $15 an hour. And
you may need to be moving to Indy.
Yeah, if you got a job making $80,000, would you just move and go work there? What's stopping you from moving?
If I got a job in Indy or like because there's some like distributions stuff up there that I could maybe do. I would just have to commute. As far as it really comes down to how important my home is. I only owe $80,000 on it. It's probably worth $300,000.
If you can get a job in banking making 80 in Indy, sell it and move.
Yeah, I applied for a branch manager position about 45 minutes away, and the salary is between 70 and 100.
There you go. And you can keep your house and make that commute. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
The management position that I held, it was it was like a community bank, a state bank. And they didn't do a lot of like outside relations, that like relationship management portion that a lot of the credit unions do. So I applied to a credit union, and their managers, their branch managers, are rarely ever actually like in office. They're kind of out rubbing elbows and things like that. So that's stuff that I don't have a whole lot of experience in. I would love to.
Yeah, I think those are your answers. So you're right on track. We can't hire you, so I'm not going to interview you. But I do want you to continue down that track. And here's the thing. I'm going to send you Ken Coleman's book, and I want you to go to kencoleman.com and look at his website on all the different things in the letters and the resume covers and all that. It's very, very important that you figure out who you know from somewhere. Kids' soccer, wherever it is you know them from. You know them from church that works in one of these companies. Or if you know someone that knows someone that works in one of these companies, that they can they can hand walk your resume into the boss's office and say, hey, look at this lady, she's sharp. Give her a look, please. She's a friend of a friend. Give her a look. And that doesn't get you hired, but it gets a look, and it gets your resume out of the stack. And so the proximity principle is the idea, and it's a book that Ken wrote. I'm going to send you a copy of that. Also going to send you a copy of Finding the Work You're Wired to Do. Hannah, you're going to be fine because you're so proactive. You're going to be just fine.
That's the key.
Jack is in Kansas City. Hi, Jack. How are you?
Life's good.
Good, man. How can we help? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you. So I'm a 76-year-old retired electrician / contractor that has found the lady that he'd like to marry. And I was married for 53 years. My wife passed away for the last 5 years. Didn't think this person would be there for me, but she is. And that's kind of where we are. My children now are becoming concerned about trust funds, prenup, wills, and all my children are followers of Dave Ramsey. And I said, well, do you ever listen to Dave where he says, you're one, you don't need 2 checking accounts, you live together, you talk about important things like how we spend the money, church, God, those things. Mm-hmm. So we've had some hard feelings of things that have been said, mostly negative things about my fiance, of not supported, but in their minds. And in my position, I go to her defense because it was unfounded and still unfounded. But you do background checks on people's name, and you find out there's a lot of people with the same name. Am
I hearing this correctly, Jack? Let me summarize this for you. Your kids think your new fiance is a gold digger, and they want to protect their gold.
That's absolutely right. A matter of fact, we had those.
How long have you known your fiance?
We have been talking for 12 months. We've been seeing each other for 9 months.
Where did you meet her?
Online.
Okay. All right. I'm 65, and I've been married 43 years. I can't imagine being in your shoes because I've not been there, but I can imagine maybe being there someday.
Absolutely.
And so what is your net worth?
I'm at, without property, I'm at 1.3.
What about property?
There's another mill, maybe.
Okay. And what is your fiance's net worth?
Less. I can't tell you the exact number.
Okay. Well, I would want to know that. If I were in your shoes, here's what I would do. Okay. And you can do whatever you want to do. You're obviously thinking through this clearly. And your children, if their only motivation is to make sure that you are safe, I appreciate their motivation. Even though I might disagree with their tactics and certainly disagree with them being insulting. Okay. But but if their motivation is to protect what they think is theirs and it's not theirs, well, that's just greed, and you lose your vote. You lose your ability to give input at that point. Okay.
Yes.
But people in my life that are close to me and that love me, if they have a concern for me, I have to say thank you for that, even if I disagree with it. Okay. So what would I do? Okay, so I've got a substantial net worth. If Sharon passed away, and if I were in the exact same situation, and I met someone that I didn't have a long history with, and you don't, I would hire a company and do a full background check. And I would also tell her that I will pay for her to do the same thing on me. It's not an insult. Right. It's I want to know what's going on, and I want you to know what's going on. And you do need to know her entire net worth in detail. Okay. And she needs to know yours. And you do need to have a shared checking account and share your incomes together towards your future. But I would do a prenup on existing assets.
Okay.
Just because it keeps the weirdness out. Okay. And it's not because I'm afraid of this lady. I'm more worried. anytime, the only time we recommend prenups at Ramsey is when there's a substantial difference, and you've got a $2 or $3 million net worth and she doesn't. So there's a substantial difference there, and that can create weirdness if you don't have the clarity of a prenup.
Okay.
So I probably would do that. And then, and that's not for your children's sake, it's for your sake.
Well, that's what they tell me too. I mean, even though I get irritated, I know they're trying to protect me in the way that they do it.
Yeah, their tactics might be good, but their motivation might be good, but their tactics suck. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's generous, I'd say.
Well, what's the age difference, Jack, between you two?
We're the same age. It's very unusual.
Okay.
I'll tell you, she's younger.
At heart? Or she looks younger?
Well, she does look young. She is 6 months. We're both very active. We walk, we do, it's like very unusual.
I think you found a companion, and I think that's wonderful, and I want you to pursue it. But let's just do it. This is not puppy love. Let's just do it with some wisdom. And I would do a detailed background check because you and I both have lived long enough. We've seen friends get scammed.
Oh, yeah.
And one of my good friends got scammed out of a couple million in a situation like this. It was crazy. But it was wild. But I don't even smell that here. Because and you know why? Because I trust you and your judgment after talking to you. You've got a level of wisdom, and I think you've probably got a pretty good nose for stink. And you don't smell any stink, so I don't think there is any. But I think it would lay everyone's head on a pillow carefully, hers as well. Tell her, look, it costs $500 to do a full, detailed private investigation background check. Here's $500, and I want you to hire this company to do a check on me, and I'm going to hire a company to do this check on you, and that way everybody will shut up, and let's do a prenup for the assets, and we're going to combine our incomes and live our lives in a combined manner, but the actual assets that we both enter in with, we would leave with. And I think that's probably a smart thing, and that'll give you both a lot of peace, and maybe, I'm not really doing this for the kids. The kids can jump in the creek, but but I'm trying to give them a little bit of love, saying if their motivation is to protect you, that's okay. But also, if you go to the point that you have to be a jerk about it, then that's obviously out of control. So anyway, that's what I would do. So good question. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty neat to see that you can find love at that stage of life, and it's not a romance scam, which is a breath of fresh air today, because we've seen so many of those where they go, well, I never actually met her, and she asked for a bunch of money, and I wired it over to her. That I can understand kids' concern. This is different.
That's a scam, is why.
Yeah, but he's clearly met her several times.
Yeah,
and she's at the same age, so it's not this well, she's in her 40s, and she just likes me for me and my personality.
Yeah,
and the kids sniff that out. This is very different. So
there's some.
I wish them well.
There's some celebrity versions of that are downright funny.
That's just frightening. To see those age differences.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's okay. Anyway. We all know
pop culture news.
So, but I
tabloids.
think that's not what we're dealing with here, or it doesn't sound like it is. So very interesting, good discussion.
So in this case, protecting the assets is wise because this is your entire life's work of building wealth, building these assets up, which is different than I'm 25 and I want a prenup because I feel like she's going to take me to the cleaners.
No,
this is very different.
And again, there's a major difference in anytime there's a big difference. One of you have substantial wealth and the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
That's what I'm most worried about.
And I've heard you say it protects from the crazies, the outliers in the family they're going to come after.
Which apparently have shown up.
They're already here. Welcome.
On the debt-free stage in the lobby of Ramsey Solutions, Christopher is with us. Hi, Christopher. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How about you?
Better than I deserve. Where do you live?
Tucson, Arizona.
Oh, beautiful. Well, welcome to Tennessee, where it's cold right now.
It's a nice change of pace.
Yeah, I guess. Good to have you. And here to do a debt-free scream, how much you paid off?
$104,500.
Good for you. I love it. And how long did that take you, sir?
It took me 4 years and 4 months.
Love it. Man, your range of income during that time?
So I started around $30,000 and ramped it up to $70,000.
Wow. What do you do for a living?
I'm an accountant for a local government.
Okay, very cool. And what kind of debt was the 105?
My house.
Whoa! Looking at a weirdo. That's a low mortgage. Good for you. That's 2 of them in a row we've had like that.
Yeah.
I love it. What's this house worth?
I would probably say about $225,000 right now.
Good for you. It's paid for and it's yours. How old are you?
30.
And you have a paid for house.
Yeah.
But millennials can't afford to buy a house, George. Look at this guy. He didn't just buy a house. He owns the house. Shut up. Way to go, Christopher. I love it. All right, tell me the story. 4 years, 4 months ago, what made you decide I'm 26, by the time I'm 30, I'm going to have my house paid off?
So I started working, and part of it was the Smart Dollar. They offered $20 off every week for my insurance if I went through it, and so I did it.
So your governmental agency bought Smart Dollar in?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Wow. Yeah.
What's the agency? What is it?
Pima County Government.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you, Pima County Government. I love it. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Smart Dollar is our class on how to handle money. It's like Financial Peace University, but it's taught as an HR benefit in corporate America and sometimes in county government. Look at that. So they bought it for all the employees and said, if you go through it, we'll give you $20 off your insurance.
Every week, yeah.
Boom.
Every week. That's quite
That's $80 a month right there.
Or
Yeah.
Every paycheck, so.
Okay. Wow. Oh, okay. So 2 paychecks a month. Okay.
So did a bunch of people do this?
I don't know.
You guys don't talk. It's not like all my coworkers were in.
I encouraged my coworkers to do it. I was like, it's $20. Go for it. You know?
Well, you're the poster
What's
child.
there to lose,
You have
right?
no mortgage. They must be looking at you like, who is this guy?
Well, after that,
an employer that furnishes this, and then the result is their team members pay off their home at 30 years old. I mean, that's called an HR benefit. That's pretty cool. So I'm proud of our Smart Dollar team, and I'm proud of Pima County, and I'm proud of you. Everybody gets a proud of. This is pretty awesomeness. Very cool. How's it feel to be 30 years old and have a freaking pay-for house?
It feels great. Like when I first started, I was like, oh, it's going to be 40, and then it's going to be 35, and then I made it my goal to pay it off by the age of 30, and I did it, and I am so happy. It's gone. Every month, at the start of the month, nothing's coming out.
That's so weird. You don't have any bills.
Electric,
I mean, you just buy a little electricity and a little food, and life is good.
It's so nice.
You are seriously a low maintenance dude now. That's amazing. That's so cool, man. I take it you're single.
Yes.
Okay, very cool. And extremely eligible at this point, ladies, I'm just saying. Wow. Pretty stinking cool. All right. Now, you've been at this, and you're making $30,000 to $70,000 a year during this journey.
So I started working at the library, and of course, at the library you can get free books. So I was like, hey, as part of the course to supplement, I'm going to go check out those books free, read them, and it kind of just got me started and used the proximity principle. Like the job that I have now, I sort of just used that and got the job that I have now, and it's been wonderful because I love the job, and it's so much easier paying off debt when you go to a job that you absolutely love.
It does. That's very true. But the bottom line is, I mean, you were not making $400,000 a year.
No.
You're making 30 to 70, and you still go and pay off your home by the time you're 30. What do you think the secret to that is?
The secret is just to have a goal and know what's in store for you. Like listening to the other debt-free screams, like people are like, you can't buy a house when you're 30. Like people think that it's unaffordable, but it really is not. You have to have a goal in mind. You have to know what you want to do instead of door dashing or, going to all these different Taylor Swift concerts or whatever. So.
And you bought a very reasonable house. Most people go, well,
key to being debt-free by the
$500,000.
time you're 30, avoid Taylor Swift concerts.
It's
I
not
like
the
this.
worst wealth-building hack I've heard.
I think that's one I can abide by. I'll go with that one.
You invest that ticket price in a good growth stock mutual fund.
Seriously, you'll be a millionaire.
Wow.
Shortly. Yeah. Wow, man. So the house you said is worth $2.25.
Approximately, yeah.
Okay. Tucson is a nice place. I've been there a couple times. Does that buy a pretty good house in Tucson?
It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
Okay.
It's a condominium.
A condo. Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. And how long have you owned it?
About 4.5 years.
Okay. So you bought it and then immediately started on this.
Yeah, a little bit after.
So how much has it gone up in value in that 5 years?
50.
So it's doubled.
$50,000.
Or no, it's gone up 25% in that period of time.
Yeah, roughly.
So great investment then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. Good. Good for you, man. Who was encouraging you along the way?
You know, I do have a coworker who also has a paid-for house. He's in his probably early 40s, and also my dad, he paid off his house early, and I grew up listening to this show kind of on the radio, maybe not all the time, but you know, it kind of got the gears turning, and when it came time, it's like, you know, why not? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose?
Did you bring your dad with you?
Yeah, he's a little camera shy.
Okay, that's fine. He doesn't have to jump in, but he ought to be here and be proud of you. That's good. I'm glad he's here cheering for you. That's neat to have your dad do that. Very good. Proud of you, man. Good work. Good work. Good work. All right, so let's just reiterate. It's really important for you employers out there to not miss this. I don't know. We've got major companies like U-Haul and Costco and others that have got all their employees going through Smart Dollar, but we also got a lot of police departments, and this is a county. I didn't even know this county was doing this, but we've got all kinds of different organizations that are taking and paying for their employees to go through these courses, and it's very easy to implement. We've got it really dialed in. It's a quality product. I'm proud of the product, and obviously I'm proud of the
ROI.
The results are standing in front of us. I mean, hello. That's awesome. And so if you're an employer and you could have an employee end up like Christopher standing here, that'd be something to do. Smart Dollar, it's called. You can check it out at Ramsey Solutions, and our team will get in touch with you and help you if you're an employer. So there's my advertisement, but just the same, Christopher, you're the walking billboard, buddy. So good stuff, man. Good stuff. So what's the first big thing you're going to do to celebrate the fact that you don't have any freaking debt?
Well, first of all, I came here, but I have an old car. It's an 03. I've been driving it since high school, so
you need a car. Your car's a piece of crap.
What's the next car? Do you have it in mind?
What are you going to buy?
It's still up in the air.
Okay.
I need to figure out what's in my budget. And
yeah. Well, you don't have a house payment, so you can stack the cash, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's stacking so much faster now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you'll be able to buy a car any minute. Yeah, good for you. Well, that's fun. Yeah, get you a good car. That's a good idea. I like that. You've earned it, and you've been conservative, and you've taken your time, and, man, that's impressive. Very good job. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Christopher from Tucson, Arizona, $105,000 paid off. That would be his house and everything in 4 years and 4 months, making $30,000 to $70,000 a year. And he's 100% debt-free, house and everything at 30 years old. Shut up, you whiners. This guy dropped a mic on you people out there. Well done, Christopher. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1. I'm debt-free!
Yeah! Boom!
Man.
Boom!
This entire show.
30-year-old mortgages. 30-year-old people with their mortgages paid off on the air on this show today.
Reasonable homes, reasonable mortgages, average salaries.
We had the answer to the affordability crisis in America.
Oh, we solved it.
Our scripture of the day, Psalm 27, "For one thing I ask of the Lord, this is what I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple." George Carlin said, "Some people see things that are and ask why. Some people dream of things that never were and ask why not. Some people have to go to work and don't have time for all that."
That's good. I was like, this has got to be taking a turn somewhere.
Come on,
if it's a
George.
Carlin
We know
quote.
George Carlin's going to turn somewhere there. All right. Hey, buying or selling a home is a big deal, and with all the clickbait headlines and conflicting data out there, it's hard to know what is really happening in the housing market. We'll help you with that. It's moving, by the way. You don't want to miss this. It's kind of quiet, but there's this little revolution of brewing, and we're here to make the latest trends easy to understand. Median home prices held steady, around $424,000 right now, and in October, about 1 in 5 homes saw a price cut, which means buyers might have more room this winter. Christmas time is a great time to buy a house, by the way. Not a lot of buyers out there bumping around. Mortgage rates dipped down to 5.5 now. So you can learn all about this by going to RamseySolutions.com/market or click the link in the show notes. We'll help you with your real estate decision making. Yep, walk you through the whole thing. Travis is with us in San Jose. Hi, Travis. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Better than we deserve. What's up?
So I just calling. So I travel for work, and when I first started, I had a little bit of debt. That's why I started traveling for work. And my truck broke. I had to get a new one with the bad credit already. And so, anyways, I paid off I had $20,000 in credit card debt. Paid that off, but now I have the high interest truck with high mileage. And so I'm just wondering what you guys would think on: should I pay off the truck and then just ride it out until it breaks, and then get a new one again? Because it's pretty bad, but it'll do until now. Or should I just?
What do you owe on it?
I owe $25. So.
What do you make?
$1,800 a week take home.
Okay. How quick can you pay the truck off?
Realistically, because I got school coming up, so probably like March or April to be paid off.
So you can pay it off in like 6 months?
Yeah.
I would pay it off.
Yeah, the thing is that the head gasket's blown and the transmission flips. And it's kind of like, here's the other thing is I live in it. I travel for work, so I live in the truck. And so I kind of always need it. So it's like a predicament of ride it, and if it breaks, then I lose more equity on trading it in. Or
you don't have equity because whatever you drive, you're destroying its value.
Yeah,
you've expedited the depreciation, so you're way underwater.
Yeah, you really have whatever you drive you're destroying it, and that's a cost of doing business.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to destroy the least expensive thing that will get the job done. Now, get the job done means you live in it. It's got to have some comfort. And get the job done means to be reliable. But other than that, you don't need a truck. I mean, you don't need to spend money on it. All you need is reliable and comfortable. That's it.
You don't need to be impressive.
If you buy a $100,000 truck, you're going to destroy it. If you buy a $30,000 truck, you're going to destroy it. If you buy a $20,000 truck, you're going to destroy it.
Yeah.
So why not destroy the cheapest thing possible as a part of doing business? Agreed?
No, that makes sense, yeah.
So fix the head gasket and the transmission, drive this thing.
I think Travis just wants a new truck. Can we admit that?
Okay, don't get me wrong, I do. But the interest rate's 16.
You're going to pay it off in 6 months. It's an irrelevant interest rate.
If you were hanging on to it for a decade, you'd have a point. But I think you're just jonesing for a nicer, newer truck. And the real solution here is to pay it off. Because right now, here's the thing. You're probably underwater by $8 or $10,000, right?
Well, I still owe 25 on it.
You owe 25, but what's it worth? 15, 17?
Well, it has 430,000 on it. That's the part that's 430,000 miles on it.
So it's worth jack squat.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? You're so far underwater that if you sold it, you'd have to cover the difference. So you're better off putting a new transmission in it and eating that $8,000 versus spending 15 to get out of the difference you're underwater on.
And let's get this thing paid off. Get it paid off, and then I want you to save up and pay cash for whatever you move into.
Well, that was the whole point. Okay, so rather than getting a new one
Fix
paid
this
off.
one and drive it and get it paid off, and then save up and pay cash for whatever you move up to, and move up to the minimal truck that has reasonable comfort and reasonable reliability. Because whatever you drive, you are destroying its value. You have driven this thing into the dirt, and you're going to have to drive it all the way into the dirt now because you trapped yourself. You got screwed because you got impulsive and bought a truck at 16%, and they screwed you.
So next time, walk in with a check with the actual amount you have saved up and no more, because that dealership will talk you into a nicer truck.
Do not take on debt again for a truck that you're going to destroy. Don't do it. So, yeah, I'd clean this mess up, and then I'd save up and move up from there, and that probably means you're almost a year from buying a better truck. And because you got to get this one paid off, and then you got to save up for the next one.
You got a great income. It'll happen faster than you think.
Yeah, that's what I would do if I were in your shoes. You got to break the cycle of this, because otherwise it's going to break you. Kimberly's in Charlotte. Hey, Kimberly, how are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
So, about 6 years ago, I got divorced. In that divorce, we had one daughter. And I have her full time. Her biological father is not in the picture. He's not a safe person to be around. And we get about $150 for child support a month. It does really not anything for us. And so since she was born and I started getting those child support payments because I had to leave when I was pregnant, I've been putting that money into a savings account, and at first I put enough to have like a money market account because at the time that was the highest interest rate, and then I moved it into a CD. So currently I'm saving that money for when she goes to college or when after
how
she
much is in the account?
College. About $13,000.
Okay. What I would do is jump online at RamseySolutions.com and click on SmartVestor Pro and open up a 529 and a good mutual fund. Move the 13 into there and then add to it periodically when you have some more money come in. And that'll give you a much better rate of return, and it grows tax-free.
Okay.
How old is she?
Is that one of the... She's 6.
It's a mutual fund and a 529 plan. 529 means it grows tax-free, and it has to be used for college or education of some kind. And so, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. I mean,
so with the 529 plan, I've heard that they have to use it for college or it gets rolled over into like a retirement account.
I would not do that. You can do that, but instead they need to use it for college, which is what you just said. You were saving it for her college.
And it's a wide variety of expenses connected to education, and so
you do
think
trade
about what it's gonna
school.
cost.
She could do code school. She could do a lot of different things. It's school, and she's going to need some kind of school.
Okay. It's just based off of rough estimates. I was imagining she would end up with like $36,000 in.
She should have more.
No, I just crunched the numbers for you. At this rate, from 6 to 18, you invest it wisely into those mutual funds we talked about. Even with just your $150 a month, you'd have like $90,000 plus. And that's if you didn't add any more.
But that's
than the
because you're
$150
going to
a
be earning more than you're earning now.
That's an 11% return instead of a savings account making 3 or 3.5. That's the difference with compound growth over those 12 years.
Yeah. Just click again at RamseySolutions.com and click on SmartVestor Pro. And by the way, Kimberly, there's no moral or ethical reason that you have to put the child support aside. You're allowed to use it to support the child if you need to. But if you want to keep investing it, that's the way you can do it. That puts this hour of the Ramsey Show in the books. We'll be back with you before you know it. In the meantime, remember, there's ultimately only one way to financial peace, and that's to walk daily with the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus.